Hey, how's it going, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Another Saturday night here on my live stream YouTube channel thingamajig. I don't know if that sort of 30-second little countdown video thing worked, but we'll see later. I've got no idea. I just sort of hit live and then hit the little video to play, so I'm not sure if it actually worked. I just thought I'd try using technology for once. So if you're tuning in, thank you very much again. We're going, I'm calling it Fan Thirst Friday, which is actually more of a mouthful than I anticipated. I see why Fan First Friday works now. Just wanted to really just get into chatting about some of the new Hasbro reveals. And I'll just say straight off the gate, wasn't a bad one. Wasn't a bad one at all. We've certainly had worse, so I'm quite happy with this one actually. So I was quite happy with it. There's obviously, like I said, there's been a lot worse sort of reveal things. I wasn't expecting much with the those sort of Kenner 6-inch reveals that happened the other day. Excuse me, I've just halfway through a cup of coffee and I've got the little burps going, little coffee burps. But yeah, there's 3 Kenner figures that they reveal they're going to do, like Kenner Color Black Series figures. Not impressed at all with those. That's just my personal opinion. I know some people are absolutely stoked to maybe grab another Greedo. The closest one I'd probably think about is the Obi-Wan Kenobi. And that would be only because if it ends up being photo real, which it appears to be, I'd be swapping that head out with my existing one, because the existing Obi-Wan Kenobi from A New Hope probably looks more Kenner colors than the rest anyway. So, but yeah, really, really stoked for people that are able to get a hold of these figures that haven't been out for a while. But personally, not really my cup of tea. I feel like they're milking the whole nostalgia thing a little bit too much. I get it with the vintage cards. I like that a lot. I just need something new. And I understand like the 50th anniversary Lucasfilm Episode 1 cards. That's what excites me. That's my nostalgia right there. I'm a child of the 90s, born in the 80s, but we got a few folks already joining in here, which is awesome. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Just going to throw up a quick little banner. Only one Kenobi. Only one. He is potentially in the chat. He said he was in the queue before about half an hour before I started. So, Chief Chirper, thank you very much for tuning in as always. I really appreciate it. 11 seconds. Must have been my internet lag. Linda, thank you for jumping in. Appreciate it. Matt Mando, hey, glad I could catch one of your live streams. I'm very happy about the Qui-Gon re-release. Me too. The Jar Jar is selling around for the £30 mark, which is strange. Rest of the wave is 20. Yeah. Same. Oh, is that for the Episode 1 version? The new re-release? That's strange. I thought maybe because I thought maybe you mentioning the newer Deluxe Black Series one, the Deluxe, because it comes with the shield. That's a $60 figure down here in Australia, whereas and we got Mr. Martin. Hope you're doing well, man. Glad you managed to get your internet sorted. Happy to have you in the chat. Yeah, it's the same price as the Deluxe for some reason. I wonder whether they've just done that as like a temporary price match with what the figure's going for now, being a Deluxe release. Like, I don't know. Maybe hopefully that'll be adjusted at some point, because it's they're all Best Buy exclusives, which is absolutely no good down here. So if there's any, if anyone's heard of any Australian retailers or that are picking these up, please let me know. I'll hopefully find out from some local folks whether they're going to be attainable to us here in Australia at all, or whether we're just going to have to pay Scalpers prices on Fleabay, in which case I'll probably only just grab the Qui-Gon. I'd love to get the full set. I do have the Obi-Wan and the Maul from Celebration in Chicago, and they're awesome. I love those figures so much. But yeah, Qui-Gon would have been awesome to finish the trio. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get him. Lockie, what's up, Holmes? Hope you're doing well, dude. I'll have to try and catch up with you. Try enough to catch up with you tomorrow, hopefully. Wouldn't mind hanging out for a bit. Maul poked awesome. I'm guessing that means Maul looked awesome. Yeah, we're getting the Greedo. Just have another Rodiant on the shelf. That's the good thing about Greedo too, because there's like 7 different Greedos all wearing the same outfit in New Hope, and then he's still hanging around in Return of the Jedi after he'd been shot and cooked up around on the table by Han Solo. So, you always have more Rodians as a background character, so I guess that's a good purchase. And I wonder, because I know in the Clone Wars season 7, there are a few little nods to there has been throughout the whole of the Clone Wars. They did some nods to the vintage Kenner figures. Like there was a episode with Maul on Savage Press, and they talked to a blue Snaggletooth. And I reckon there was a Ponda Barber, like Walrus Man, in his sort of orange and green jumpsuit from the Kenner figures. So I wonder if they ever put a Greedo in the Clone Wars, like a Rodian in the Clone Wars, as a little nod to the Kenner figures. If so, then you could get that guy as a background for the Clone Wars shelf. It's a little bit of a deep cut, but it's there. Yeah, it looked awesome. That's what I thought. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining. It was good to catch a little bit of the Pala Boys this morning as I was waking up and motivating myself to go get a coffee. It's just the wife was still asleep, so I was just watching on my phone for a little bit, and yeah, it's good to listen to you guys chatting for a while. But yeah, I did bail. I don't know. I can't remember how long I'd watched for. It was a little while. But yeah, to get up and get ready for my folks to come up. My parents came up to my place for lunch. It was a beautiful day. Really nice to catch up with my folks. Ed 5, good evening. Hope you got those beers. Kira, any more Space Werewolf figures? Space Werewolf, you have to clue me in that one. That's going over my head. I'm not sure if there's a reference there that I should know about. Unless you're talking about the Wolfman of the Cantina. Space Werewolf. A Star Wars story. Hey, if it's got Star Wars story afterwards, I will watch it, because I'm apparently a shill. So what did everyone think of the Hasbro stream or the reveals? Probably won't spend a whole lot of time talking about those 6-inch Kenner things. I've done it, but if anyone else wants to, drop a comment in the chat and talk about those 6-inch Kenner color figures, I don't know what they're going to call them, but it sounds like they've got more in the pipeline. Pipeline is another word we'll get to at some point too. Some of the Pala Boys weren't too happy with the releases. I didn't catch really a lot of the chat about them. I must have just missed that. I know they were sort of talking about the Paplu vintage collection figure, which is, it's actually Romba. The figure's Romba, but the picture is, or vice versa. I can't actually remember. Because that's a nod to the original Kenner card, isn't it? So, but I know we do have a Romba figure from 30th anniversary or the Legacy collection, come with Romba and Grak. They were 2 Ewoks that came together. The Cantina Wolfman. I would watch the crap out of that movie. Can you imagine a movie, like a Star Wars movie, set in like Cantina, like in Mos Eisley at night, as this werewolf like just running around Mos Eisley, just murdering people? That'd be like a cool little horror series, I reckon. But I will admit, I've come to love Ketwall. His special edition replacement. Lax Sivrak, that's right. I do have his figure, but at one stage, I don't know if I've done it now, but I'd strategically placed Lax Sivrak on the shelf, and then I put Ketwall in front. Hello, worshipper. Hello. They're very picky, those Pala boys. Hey, I know it's not exactly we're not flooded with, great news here. It's it's a drip feed. Hasbro's got us on a drip feed, which I understand from a point of view where, Hasbro's not doing conventions at the moment. No one's doing conventions, sadly. So it would be cool. It's cool that they're sort of putting things out on a drip feed, and I like the addition of the pipeline that they're sort of, we've always talked about Hasbro's parking lot. And Hasbro's parking lot where they just hold all the news back and they eventually leak. Like, I know this sort of stops I like the speculation on all that, and I like finding out about what figures and what figures are coming. But it's nice to be excited about what's coming, because they did drop a few characters that will be coming in the Vintage Collection and the Black Series. So I don't think it was completely stale in terms of the reveals this time. Some great figures on the way. They still haven't really proven that they want to push a focus onto the Vintage Collection. I didn't actually go back and watch the stream, so I was a little busy today. I was hoping to go sit down and catch the stream and just hear about all the little things they wanted to talk about. It's just the wolf going on a pub crawl. Yeah, he just stays in the Mos Eisley Cantina and gets paralytic with, I don't know, skull face or butt face. Matt is in the chat. Universal Collector. Go follow him on YouTube. Go give him a subscribe. All these people deserve your subscription. Just reading through some comments. I will get to some. I'm going to revert to my phone when we get to talking about some figures and stuff. So. Werewolf Cantina Massacre, maybe not for Disney Plus. Is this chat Allah friendly? I don't see why it wouldn't be. The only religion we're talking about in here is Jedi and the religion of spending all our money on action figures. Shabby is still ranting. I can almost hear it. I can almost hear his voice. Do you think when he rants, he has his music on in the background? I really hope so. I really hope that's the soundtrack to his life. Be more of a sitcom like Cheers. It makes me think of the holiday special. That felt like more of a sitcom. That felt like Cheers in Star Wars. Love the all-new green Greedo. You did message me to go with your vintage carded Greedo. I respect that. Absolutely. I was just saying before, these Kenner color figures really aren't my cup of tea, but they don't have to be everyone's cup of tea. It's great. It could be some cups of tea. Love your pitch. Always dreamed of a Tarantino Mos Eisley movie. This is it. You can even do like an M. Night Shyamalan Mos Eisley Nights. It doesn't actually have an ending or anything. It just confuses the crap out of everyone. What about the bloody exclusives again? I know, right? How frustrating is it? Oh, you get so hyped up with these new figures. You get all the pictures out that Hasbro put out, and they're all fantastic. They're all absolutely brilliant. Look at them. And then then they send out another second batch of images, which shows you what they're all exclusive to. And you're like, come on. What is this garbage? Stop with the exclusives. We've had enough. I know even America, we can get all the exclusives. They've had a gutful of it all. They're sick of exclusives. Look at that Walmart debacle from the other week. That was an absolute travesty. Guys, Peter North here, old adult film star. I was supposed to play Han Solo in Return of the Jedi. It didn't happen. Fun fact. No, you're right. It didn't happen. Good-looking honky. You have to be to play Han Solo, don't you? Didn't know if Harrison Ford was coming back. I don't know if Harrison Ford wanted to come back. Well, obviously he did because the paycheck was good enough. I speculated a boss that the vinyl Cape Jawa could be a convention exclusive. Of course it would be an exclusive. And someday someone will pay $14,000 for it. Hello, Claytron. Lol, now that is a stretch. What is this Star Wars? It is about battles in the stars. Jedi figures. What are they? Hang around and learn. The producers just went with Harrison. I'd probably go with Harrison too. Like he's a good dude. He's a little bit grumpy the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So yeah, Vintage Collection had some cool reveals. I'm just bear with me because I'm going to revert to my internet machine here, and hopefully keep my table stable. All will bow to the vinyl cape. It's amazing how a piece of plastic material can create such incredible prices of action figures. That's wacky. Good morning, only one Kenobi. Could we please take a 10-minute moment of silence to dedicate to Allah, please? I'm gonna pass on that one. I think everyone in the chat's gonna pass on that one too. Disappointed with the live stream. Only new Black Series figures or repaint of the Clone Trooper. Yeah, I understand that. I get that. That's fair enough. I'm kind of glad that the Vintage Collection got a little bit more love this time. And yeah, they did show some figures that they're working on in the pipeline. What was there? Cosca Reeves. Again, I'm just gonna refer to my notes. My notes. It's called Yak Face. I don't think he's even posted them yet. I know someone who has. Yeah, so Bad Batch, Tech from Bad Batch, Aura Singh, Zero from Mandalorian, Cosca Reeves, and General Lando coming to Black Series. So I don't, despite the fact that they didn't show us figures, I think they're as good as reveals. We all know what the characters look like. It's just, it'll be exciting to see how those figures develop and how they're released. And can we please take 10 minutes of silence to dedicate to Qui-Gon re-release, please? That I'm willing to do. Qui-Gon is a god. Qui-Gon is the man. What a great Jedi. How good is it that they tried to do the photo reel with the old head sculpt with the stupid eyes, and they realized it didn't work, so they resculpted it. That is just, that's good. That's really good. I'm really, really happy about that. I was worried about what they were going to try and do there. I like what they tried to do when that figure came out, the Qui-Gon Jinn that came out in the Black Series, with the separate eyes. I thought it was quite good at the time, but, they've taken leaps and bounds ever since then with the photo reel. So I'm so glad they've redone that figure. It's going to be fantastic. It'd be nice to see a regular line release as well at some point for that Qui-Gon. Get him in the Black Series line again. Just give him a re-release, put him in the new packaging. That'd be absolute mint. Had my 10 minutes in the morning with Arlo when I dropped him with the kids at the pool. Classic poo joke. Toilet humor is my, I basically have a doctorate in toilet humor. So you're in the right place if you like toilet humor. Hated the vinyl cape jar as a kid. Now I'm just so glad I kept mine. Damn. Which vaccine do you recommend? Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca. Just get one. I don't know. Hey, the Sissy. I'm praying for the 501st Clone Troopers this year. I was just talking about it a little bit on my stream last week, and I know Usual Mike brought it up in one of his videos this week gone, where Yakface sort of teased a couple of things about, there'll be something blue, something used, something gaming rates or other, and whether they're all different. I kind of like to see 501st Clone Trooper come out. I don't necessarily even want it in the new sculpt of Clone Trooper. I'd be happy to have it the same as the originals. I think that would just, for an opportunity to get those army builders out again. Even put a full wave of, excuse me, didn't have an earthquake. I'm swiveling around in my chair and my knee hit the table. I'd love those 4 clones that are in that 4-pack, the 501st, the 2 whatever, the four figures. I'd love to see them come out in their own archive wave. That'd be fantastic. 2 figures each per case, drop a case for 8 out there, and let the people army build. We've been begging for it for years. Zero, please. I agree with you 100%. Zero would be a fantastic droid. That'd be an awesome droid. Specifically, Hasbro now need to engineer those parts because the Mandalorian replaced one of his thigh guards with a part of Zero's armor. Both Vintage Collection and Black Series, please, for 501st Clone Troopers. Yes. Yeah, I mean, Vintage Collection had a 501st Trooper, and he was really hard to get, and it's one of the only ones from the first run of Vintage Collection figures that I didn't get. I'd definitely love to see 501st back in the line. Just trying to skip through a couple of these comments. A broken Zero in the crest would have been a great release. That'd be cool. I'd love to. That'd be fantastic. All right. Let's filter out some silly comments. There we go. It's the first time I've had to pull out the block machine, but it's only done for 5 minutes. So if they come back, I'll just keep doing it. People would buy all those clones so quickly, easy cash for Hasbro. It doesn't make sense not to make them. Agree, 100%. Absolutely. I don't know why Then they're sitting on these cash money. Like it's money in the bank. Come on, Hasbro. You know, it's so hard to get a hold of those 330-second clones that just come out from the Clone Wars. Why are they so hard to get? You know, people want to buy multiples. Damn it, I've run out of milk. Going to have to take you down the shop with me. Just pack an umbrella. I don't want to get wet. I'm not in the mood for it. I assume it's England. I assume it's raining. It's just, or snowing, or, you know, just cold things. It has been driving me crazy for years. It is easy money. It absolutely is. I don't know why they're doing it. It's just, I've said it before. You could almost get that new Stormtrooper that came out, the new Imperial Stormtrooper, and you could just about drop one of them in every wave, and they will get picked up. They will move. Same with clones, 501st clones, 330-second clones. Obi-Wan's detachment. I can never remember the numbers anymore. It's just ridiculous. Mike Hayes, I just saw the Corridor crew on YouTube recreating like Luke Skywalker face to make it more realistic on The Mandalorian. It's awesome. I have seen a few of those people doing the deep fake videos for Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian. And I've always said, like, they look fantastic. I love it. I love what people do. But all the hard work's already done for them. They've already got, you know, they've already got the footage that's already done. So they're really just using basic technology. It's not basic technology, but basically easy technology to, you know, overdub something. It's like releasing a song, and no, I've got zero good analogies for that right now. It's raining. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what the weather's like in England. Can you get some crisps, please, Roland? I'm glad you used the word crisps, because if you asked him for chips, you'd no idea what was going to come back. How have we not had a clean Phase 2 trooper yet? That's a gold mine. Absolutely is. Again, there was one in a different 4-pack with the it was like they had the Phase 2 clone, Phase 1 yellow trooper guy, whatever, Imperial Stormtrooper with carbon scoring, and then a First Order Stormtrooper. That was a 4-pack. But yeah, Phase 2 clone, get him out. Do it. My coffee was getting cold. I just had to neck that. Such pain. They made all the Clone Wars Season 7 stuff exclusives. What's even more painful now is the Vintage Collection Maul and Ahsoka that are coming out. Not only they're amazing. I'm going to buy multiples of them. I want to have a carded version and open versions, so I'm going to get 2 of each. The annoying thing is that they rushed to get the Ahsoka out for the Black Series, and they just reused old parts off the old Ahsoka. And I still love that figure a lot. Like, I love that Ahsoka, but, you know, I would have preferred to held out a little bit longer for more screen accurate armor. You know, got the proper gauntlets, proper leg armor. It just would have been so much better, and it could have become like a figure of the year easy. Could have made it in a non-exclusive, got it out. You know, I'm sure we would have been happy to wait a few more months. If comic greats become a thing, we need a Visionary set. Kill for a pre-Cyborg Grievous. That'd be sick. They could just do a Clone Wars wave. A clone wave every year with like 8 different clones. Yeah, like every 6 months, just drop 4 clones, like 4 random clones, and just let the people buy them. Impossible to get them here in the UK unless you pay over £100. That's insane, isn't it? It's ridiculous how hard it is to find figures that. It just bewilders me. It really does. Oh, I miss prawn cocktail crisps. I don't think I've ever had them. Are they oh, the prawn crackers you get from the Chinese restaurants? They've always got bags of them at the counter. If that's what I'm thinking, I do like them. I haven't had them for a long time. There is a disconnect between Hasbro and the collectors, but they know everything will sell, so they don't seem to care. It seems that way, doesn't it, Matt? Yeah, it really is. They're just yeah. There's no lack of communication on our end. Where I think we're saying it loud. I think we're saying it loud, and yeah, I just don't think they're hearing. They're choosing not to. Raining here too. I would love some rain, honestly, guys. Like my yard is so dry, and I don't like paying for water to water my garden. Greetings, Offworld Adam Creations. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Chips, who would bring a soggy mess. Would love a Phase 1 Scuba Trooper. The Gendy one, yes. Or would you talk about the like the what was it, season 3, the Mon Calamari arc from the Filoni 3D Clone Wars? But they did a figure of the Phase 1 Scuba Trooper. It was like black and white, based on the Tartakovsky series, and that was a sweet looking Scuba Trooper. That was so badass. That was wicked. I still don't have one. I'd love to get a hold of one of them. Can they stop making the popular stuff exclusive? Honestly, are they just handling their money over to scalpers at resellers at this point? Yeah, 100%. I don't understand it, because why make a like? Surely they can see how popular a character like Ahsoka Tano is. You know, the point where they've announced her own series, and they're just gonna be like, yeah, we'll give it to one store. What's with all this spam? And I'm not talking about my breakfast. In fact, Tez, can you add that to the shopping list? Yeah, I put the 5 minute ban on. Yeah, they've got some blockage happening. I've never had this problem. Never had there's always fantastic people in the chat, and yeah, someone let a couple of pesky Jawas in. Have you seen the new Godzilla vs. Kong trailer? It's awesome. It does. I cannot wait to see that movie. That's going to be so much fun. Who's going to win, Godzilla or Kong? I don't know. There was a great meme that was like a bit of a piss take on the Batman Superman movie. I can't even remember what it was called now. That's how much that movie resonated with me. You know, they're both fighting, and they're like, save Martha. I was like, oh, our mothers have the same name. All right, we're pals now. And there was a meme with Godzilla and Kong, and they're like, save Mothra. I just thought that cracked me up. That really cracked me up. I am really pumped to see that movie, and I was just frothing over all the SH Monster Arts figures that are coming out, and NECA's not doing them anymore. I don't think. I think NECA's lost the license, or they stopped. They didn't renew the license for MonsterVerse stuff. But yeah, some absolutely elite looking figures coming out for those two movies, from that movie, Godzilla and Kong. I almost bit the bullet on a Godzilla figure from NECA about 6-12 months ago. But yeah, that was a well I didn't want to get stuck in. So Scalpers should burn in Hades. Yes, they should. Prawn cocktail crisps are like ketchup and mayo flavor. I've never had them. Don't even know what they are. It's interesting. I'm not a fan of mayo, so I can get around the ketchup, but yeah, not a fan of mayonnaise. So They may not be my cup of tea, but I do rate those prawn crackers that you get from the Chinese restaurants. Oh, I'm trying to find a Cara Dune, the vintage collection that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and Luke's hand. Good news, they're getting re-released. I need to stop leaning on my table. It's just wobbling around and everyone's just going to get sick. I apologize, folks. Yeah, Yakface, I think, reported that the Season 1 Mando and Cara Dune are both getting re-released at some point. Obviously, they want people ready for that barge. Not the barge. Barge right there, the Razor Crest when that comes out. So they're giving collectors plenty of opportunities to get these figures. Yeah, just be patient there, Kerry, with that one. They will come back out. Hopefully we get them. Yeah, just keep an eye on websites like, I'll say Zing, but, you know, Bulletproof Villain, he'll get them. Goodies Toys, hopefully he'll grab them. Yeah, just if Goody said he would be watching tonight. He hasn't piped up in the chat yet. But if you are watching, if you've got a spare Cara Dune, hit up Kerry here. He's a South Australian. Let's find this man a Cara Dune. Anyone else in the chat got a spare Cara Dune? Get in touch with this man right here. Let's make it happen. Let's get him a Cara Dune vintage collection figure. Mix ketchup and mayonnaise in a bowl, and that is the test of prawn cocktail. It's going to give me a hard pass there. It's going to be a very hard pass. Where are we going here? Hello there. Thanks for tuning in. Only exclusives I've ever managed to get was Cad Bane and Toto 361. Hey, seriously, that is an amazing one too. There's, in terms of exclusives, you couldn't ask for a better one. Yeah, so that was a good exclusive. I was really hoping for Savage Press in the pipeline segment of Fan First Friday. Savage Press, I wouldn't rule him out at all. Especially if, you know, if Clone Wars is going to continue its popularity, like, I feel like it's on its third run here. It's like it had its first run, got cancelled, got put onto Netflix, had a massive revival there, screamed out at Hasbro to make figures, didn't happen, and then got switched over to Disney Plus when that kicked off. And yeah, we're in the midst of a big Clone Wars revival, and I think not a revival because it didn't die, but you know, with Bad Batch coming out, which is basically Clone Wars season 8. Yeah, I hope I really hope, as a diehard Clone Wars fan, I really hope there's a long life for Clone Wars figures that going ahead. I would love them to revisit the animated style of 3.75-inch figures, but if they're going to go like realistic, like with the Maul and Ahsoka, just do it. Just go ahead. Make it happen, Hasbro. Team Kong. Yes. I don't know who. I still haven't picked a team. Still haven't picked a team. If you watch the YouTube, the bad lip reading Star Wars videos, I've watched a few of them. There's a lot of them out there. There's the one that I get tagged in a lot is the Yoda Seagulls video, which I still don't know what any of that's about, but it makes me laugh. There is some good stuff out there though. Those the original guys that do the bad lip reading, they do some hilarious stuff. I love watching like NFL ones. They just crack me up big time. They're hilarious. Looking forward to the Snyder Cut. You know what? I actually am. I'm looking forward to watching that. I was really bummed out by the regular version. It just didn't work. It just didn't feel right. Yes, you know, you watch a movie, it just doesn't hit right. So it just didn't feel like I didn't mind the Batman vs Superman one. Again, can't even remember what it's called. I really loved Man of Steel. That was fantastic. Wonder Woman was great. I still haven't seen 1984. But yeah, really looking forward to seeing what the movie was meant to be. So yeah, definitely for sure. I'm not the big I sort of jump in and out with DC a lot, whereas Marvel, I tend to follow it pretty strongly, at least in terms of like TV and film. Not so much the comics, just it's another thing I don't have time for. But yeah, DC I tend to jump in and out of. Like I just go through phases where I'll just soak up all the DC stuff, and then I jump off for a while. Oh, one more there. Kong for sure. Did you pick up anything from Harndorf? I only got, I'm not sure if I showed it. This is all I bought. This little... I didn't have a lot of cash on the day. I was so close. Goodies Toys was there. He had a table, and he had the vintage collection Rex, and I regret not grabbing it now. So I may have to get in touch with him at some point soon and see if he's got another one laying around. So I kind of regret not picking that one up now. But yeah, it's got the... It's actually not as fun as it looks. Like, you may think I'm having the time of my life here, but, you know, it is what it is. It's die-cast. It's kind of cool. I like it a lot. Paid too much for it, but whatever. I had some like loose coins in my pocket, and I really just needed to lighten up my pockets because my pants were falling down, and it was raining, and I just wanted to get out of there. So, tastes completely different when you mix ketchup and mayo together. You're just not selling me. It's just me. It's just not selling me. I have faith that it is good. I believe you. I'm not doubting you for a second. It's a hard sell. I'm the fussiest piece of crap eater ever. Like, seriously, like I'm bad. I'm not so bad these days. Like, it took me like to get to 30 to eat some different stuff. I'm 33. I'm still picky as hell. Hopezilla is the Robozilla. Yeah, I think Mecha Godzilla is going to come into this film at some point. What software do you use to stream? Is it free? It's just StreamYard. It's just a website. You link it up to your YouTube channel or Facebook page, and you can schedule it. And yeah, it just goes straight. It just goes straight through to YouTube. So. Sci-fi, what's going on? Picked up a Cardo last night for $20. Yes, that's sick. I've had a few people say they want to get a Cardo now. I'm sorry to have that influence on people. Does that make me an influencer? Can I put that on my resume now? I need a new job. No, you're gonna have a lot of fun with that Cardo. The problem I had with the Cardo is when you got the springy legs, their static position is like, you know, like that basically. So I got one of the double peg stands. I found a drill bit that matched the width of the peg. It was a little bit thinner, and I just put a drill bit through the feet of the Cardo, and just bore a little hole in it, and just lined it up with the peg holes on the stand, so we could actually stand on a peg stand, and it fits perfectly. Need a Cara Dune. Another Cara Dune here for Ed 5. Cara Dune's galore. Just put my own Cara Dune for Star Action figures. Nice. I think they've stopped sending to Australia for a good price anyway. I'm not sure if they do ship down here at the moment. I know it's all COVID related, but it's a bit of a bummer. Darth Rock there. Hello, New Zealand. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I just saw your picture of you got Count Dooku. I'm so glad you found that figure. That's one of the best. So good. Evening Sci-Fi. We need to send Jesse some prawn cocktail crisp. Wow, I'm really behind in the comments. Special sauce from the Step Brothers movie. A lot of hellos in here. After getting Jar Jar, I need all the Gungans. Me too. Captain Tarples, please. Captain Tarples. Hey, you, stop it there. That Bad Batch Trooper looks sweet. I love the green visor. I'm a big fan of that too, but someone pointed out, which I believe that the pictures they released were digital renderings. The top half of the figure appears to be the new sculpt for the clones, and the legs seem to be the old Clone Trooper legs with still got the pins in the knees. So that's, yeah, I'm interested. I'm intrigued as to how it's actually going to turn out. Started collecting Clone Wars figures 6 years ago, hearing there are big things coming. Are you still waiting for those big things? I'm glad you started collecting 6 years ago, because I've seen some of the prices of some of those harder to get figures now, and they're insane. Team Mecha Godzilla. Man of Steel is awesome. I still remember the original Man of Steel trailer. It was the first trailer that came out for Man of Steel, and they had the music from Howard Shore from Lord of the Rings as it was the music as they come out of Moria, the mines of Moria, before they go to Lothlorien, and they're all grieving the loss of Gandalf. And that music is just so freaking haunting. Like, it's beautiful. And yeah, like, I remember hearing the music and knowing it was from something I was very well aware of. So I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan as well. If it wasn't for Star Wars, Lord of the Rings would be everything for me, because I absolutely love it. But yeah, hearing that music with that original Man of Steel trailer, just absolute beautiful. Just works so well. Yeah, I'll go back and watch that every now and then. It still gives me goosebumps. Director's cut of BVS is miles better. I haven't seen the director's cut, so I may have to check that out. I didn't hate that movie. I just found some moments to be a little bit silly. This one was a big event, both upstairs and down. Yeah, they did. They had the upstairs back room. Yeah, so it was the lower sort of street front section at the Harndorf Town Hall, and then out the back. Cup of tea, a bacon buddy. Is it buddy or butty? I only just found out what they are like not that long ago, because we just don't have them. But yeah, sounds like you're having a good Saturday morning. Hello there, Mr. Usual Mike. Hope you're doing well, sir. Still haven't seen TVC Rex anywhere yet. No, there's something happened there. It was very short packed. It was there's a strange thing happened there with that Rex. Cocktail sauce is ketchup, mayo, minced garlic, lemon juice, and pepper. My nurses love it on some giant tiger prawns. See, I'm not a seafood person either. I like a bit of calamari. I don't mind a little bit of fish. I don't mind my fish. I could probably get into crab meat. I've never had crab meat, but I reckon I'd like it. But yeah, like prawns and stuff. No, thank you. That's not my cup of tea. I've been collecting for years, and there were so many franchises I got addicted to, like Aliens, Predator, Robocop, Terminator, DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Star Trek, and 80s cartoon toys. It's so easy, isn't it? Especially when you start looking at action figures as more than just a toy. You become really ingrained in other action figures from different franchises, and you find yourself looking at action figures that you wouldn't actually buy, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not really into it that much, but you can appreciate the art form of the action figure. Which is one of the main reasons I bought Buzz Lightyear. Like, not only I'm a big Disney Pixar fan as well, and Toy Story was the second movie I ever saw in cinemas. So I just came across this Buzz Lightyear somewhere online. I can't even remember. It was like a week or two ago. I started researching Buzz Lightyear action figures. I just really wanted one all of a sudden. And I came across this one, Beast Kingdom make them. And I watched a bunch of reviews. Super Sorrel did one. A few other folks from YouTube. And yeah, just absolutely blown away by this thing. And I received it the other day, and I just opened the box. I just stared at it like I've never had a Buzz Lightyear. I was probably 95 that movie came out. 94, 95 Toy Story came out. And by then I was sort of 8 or 9. I was deep into Star Wars by then. And probably just a little bit old for what Toy Story toys were coming out then. But I've always just had very much a big nostalgic kick for Toy Story. And yeah, had to buy the Buzz Lightyear. And I'm so stoked on that thing. And I just found out they do a Woody as well. So I'm probably going to try and grab Woody at some point. And I think they do, I'm not sure if it's the same company, but I think they do an Andy and a Sid from Toy Story 1 2, which are great. They look cool. So I might check them out. But yeah, sometimes I just need to just slap myself on the wrist and tell myself to rein it in. Mike, just finished editing my video for tonight. How is everyone? You've been a video machine this week, Mike. It's been an absolute joy seeing all the little bits of news come out, and you've been on it damn quick. It's awesome. And congrats on I missed your stream the other night where you did the 15,000 subscribers. So congratulations, Mike. That's awesome. Have they ever made a figure of Luke's face in Darth Vader's helmet from Dagobah seen in Empire Strikes Back? Yes, they have. They did it in 2014's Vintage Collection Black Series. They haven't done one in 6-inch yet. Don't rule it out. Don't give any Hasbro any ideas. They'll put it out. Yeah, 2014's Black Series line, they did it. And that one was recently re-released in a 3-pack, which peg warmed like crazy. It came with the Dagobah Luke and Yoda. It was in one of those sort of special action figure sets. And yeah, they were available here in Maya stores. And they just didn't sell. They just weren't good figures. The Vader was probably the highlight from the pack, honestly. But the Luke wasn't great, and the Yoda, you give it a C minus. Wasn't terrible, but yeah, the Luke was particularly bad. Do you have another job? Is it cool to ask that? I do have a full-time job. I don't like it. I am in the process of hopefully starting a new career. Just waiting on a few things to come through and see if that'll all work out. So yeah, it's not trying to get myself too excited about it, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to potentially a fresh change. I've been at this job for nearly 7 years, so yeah, definitely need a fresh change, and why not start sooner rather than later? Excuse me, just have some water. Watch after the stream. I will too, and I'll hit a thumbs up. By the way, folks, so just a little bit of a favor. If you could all hit the thumbs up on my video, that'd be freaking awesome. Just here on YouTube, just give it a thumbs up. Just trying to help increase traffic to the streams. They're actually doing really well for the subscriber base that I have. They actually do quite well. And I know my time zone, the fact that I'm doing it here on a Saturday night, it's a comfortable time for me. But yeah, probably not quite getting the reach I possibly could if I did it another time. So yeah, a little thumbs up on the videos. That would be on the live stream videos. That'll be sweet. If you could all hook me up there, that'll be rad. And I'll be your best friend forever and ever and ever. Mike Hot from the Edit Suite. It's always a grind with the editing. But Mike, let me tell you, your videos, it always pays off because your videos, the production value on your videos are fantastic. Yeah, it's worth it, dude. Like, I know I don't do a lot of video editing. I understand the editing thing. Having been previously a podcast host, I know what it's like. It is a grind. but it is worth it. It's worth the rewards in the end. You get a kick out of it and get a kick out of the feedback and all that sort of good stuff. So sometimes we've got to put in a little bit of work with the things we enjoy as well. Picked up an Armorer this week from Big W at Colonnades. Nice. My old stomping ground down there at the dirty south of Adelaide. I'm just glad you made it out of there alive, honestly. No, it's not that. It's not terrible down there. It's been worse. Give it 15 years ago, and that place was an absolute dive. Already done my next video. Dooku. Count Dooku. See you in Harndorf last year. You saw me there last year. You're going to come down for the big one at the Wavell Showgrounds this year. I'll be there in early June, I think. June 5th and 6th. The Wavell Showgrounds here in Adelaide. The Mega Toy Fair. I'll be hitting that one up for sure. Hopefully I'll have some cash and go buy some Phantom Menace toys. Next one I'm hunting for is next Phantom Menace set I'm hunting for is the big Falumpa set with the battle wagon. I've got no room for it, but I want it. And Sebulba's Pod Racer, of course. And then I want to get the OPC Killer. But I know exactly where I'm going to get one of those for a good price. So I'll be picking that one up soon, hopefully. How long will they take to issue all the original figures in TVC at this rate? Again, money left on the table by Hasbro. Us old school collectors have money these days. Yeah. I know with the Endor layer, ATST driver, and the Ewok we mentioned earlier, they fill a couple more spots. I know only one was very excited about that. I haven't watched his video yet, but I know he's going to be. He's talked about filling in the original 96, so you can finally get past it and fill in the original 96 Kenner figures. And then we can move forward and get on some good stuff. Not that they're bad stuff, but when they just announced the rest of Bad Batch already for Black Series, we know they're coming. Yeah, there's no surprise there at all. No surprise at all. But yeah, as Mike's pointed out a couple of times, the Wreck is definitely going to be a deluxe one. So I feel like they're kind of trying to space out the deluxe ones, maybe one every quarter or something. So we may get the Boba Fett coming into March, April, and then Wrecker will come next in like maybe July. We'll see, June, July, maybe. Hopefully, they'd want to get the Bad Batch out before the series airs. I know they haven't set a date for that yet, but hopefully they get all the figures out, let the people buy the figures, and then they can invest in the show. There's just this with Star Wars. There's always been this link between the toys and the movies, and we've missed a lot of that over the last few years coming into the Disney era. So I hope that's something they're aware of, and they do it well into the future. An action figure is a physical representation of something I love. That's the way I look at it anyway. No, 100%, dude. Absolutely. No doubt about that. Find myself picking up stuff from my childhood all the time. Example, the family treehouse the other day. Nostalgia porn is a killer. Certainly is. It's a wallet slayer. Hey, Linda, that goodies package you sent to Papa Gord was amazing. Loved his reactions. I haven't watched his video yet. I need to get on that. So I've got quite a lot of YouTube stuff to catch up on this weekend. So, Darth Pool, good evening. Any idea and or where the new Phantom Menace Black Series figures may appear in Australia? Not sure yet. I will reach out to a few folks and hopefully I can get word out very quickly. I'm sure they've just, because they've opened up the window to the exclusive market at Best Buy for pre-orders now, they need to let that set before they can allocate the amount remaining to the rest of the world or whatever. Some silly garbage behind the scenes stuff. So hopefully within the next few days, couple of weeks, we can get some news on whether they're going to come to Australia, and whether any retailers can get a hold of them. So I know a few folks, Bulletproof, Villain, and Goodies. They'll probably try hard to get these things. So stay tuned to those guys' websites. Support your locals. We're hunting a ton of 80s love. Take it easy, Darth Rock. I'm about 8 minutes behind in the comments, but thanks for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good, you need to make Sid into an abomination for different toys, like he did to the toys in the movie. Oh, I've just scrolled too far. There we go. On here. You know, you feel like multiple lines of figures in here. Jesse got the son of Buzz Lightyear after the movie came out and wrote his name on his foot. He's now 25. That's so cool. Does he still have the buzz? That's fantastic. Bike Scout 74. Good morning, afternoon, evening. How's everyone doing? Good, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Can you stream PC games with StreamYard, and is it free? I'm not sure on that. I know you can bring up a separate tab or a separate window to stream. I myself haven't worked out how to do it. I know it's possible because people have done it for me on my own streams. I'm just too newbie to work that stuff out. And you can pay extra for StreamYard for extra stuff. You know, for more customization, get rid of the watermark, which is, you know, there. It doesn't bother me. It's up in the corner. You know what? Yeah. You can. I'd say you can. I'm not sure how to go about it. Definitely worth researching, though. Yeah, look into it. Well, you are getting your UK fans. I appreciate everyone that does watch. I really do. It means a lot. I get to hang out and chat with people on a Saturday night. It's awesome. I know my wife would rather have me out with her watching TV with her, but it's nice to come and hang out with some friends on a Saturday night. Not start the year off unemployed like me from losing my license. Oh, damn. I have a friend at work who lost his license, and he is now riding an e-bike to work about 25 k's to work and back again. And safe to say he's learned his lesson, and he's still got about another 9 or 10 months to go before he gets his license back. G'day, Mark. How you doing, mate? Appreciate it. You dropping by. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, it was it was good to catch up with you Pala boys on your stream this morning, or last night for you guys. Yeah, didn't hang around for super long, but yeah, I was a little bit busy, so. Be there in June. Awesome. I meant Harndorf for next year, not last year. Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely organize a catch up. Maybe grab a pub meal or something. If we're allowed to go to pubs, I'm sure that'd be fine. Definitely catch up and talk some Star Wars and catch up and talk some toys. Ready to blow the spending money I'd say from the cancelled events in 2020. Yeah, we'll definitely have to go and I might actually organize a toy catch up that day. You can go and do dinner at a pub or something like that and catch up and just shoot the breeze, have a bit of a Star Wars meetup here in Adelaide with some Adelaide toy collectors. That'll be some Star Wars fans. That'll be freaking awesome. If anyone's keen, hit me up. We'll tee something up. We've got a few months to plan it, so it is February tomorrow, so it's gonna be here very soon. But yeah, very very pumped. And if we can tee up like a hangout, that'd be sweet. Definitely going to hunt down and collect all the Phantom Menace toys. It's so good, isn't it? I don't know what it is. There's just nostalgia's just hit me with a 10-foot pole lately, and I just want Phantom Menace stuff. It's so good. So maybe meet there, coming from Port Augusta. Figures to movie release is a big issue now. Geez, I had half a dozen Jedi figures before the movie was released. Yeah, I remember. I remember like that was always part of the film release. Like you get the toys and you become familiar with all the characters with your playtime, and you get to learn the characters a whole lot more. That's why there's so many people out there that don't like Rey, because they didn't have a figure for 6 months. They had to wait 6 months so they had a decent figure of her to play with. It's silly, but it's a thing. I believe it's a thing. We'd love to get some of the Disney droid packs, but postage is a killer. There's some great colors and figure combos. There certainly is. I do have a couple of packs. I do have one here at arm's reach. This was one of the builder figures from the parks, and it's a little purple R2 unit with a top hat. I like you get all the little silly hats, and I think you get like Christmas hat. You can get Mickey ears. I'll see if I can get my other two. That's my wife's little droid that she made. He's got the little Jedi Mickey ears. He was kind of cool. And that's mine. J8C7. He's got the little Star Wars baseball cap. I should actually get this guy out and take some photos with him. That's a cool figure. I really like the look of that droid. So that's kind of cool to have those droids that we built ourselves. Have you seen the classic movies such as Screamers and Robot Jocks? Awesome movies. No, I haven't. If they're 80s movies, I'm probably a bit too young. 8 weeks, I'm back on the road. Awesome. Lovely, lovely. So you, Mike. That'd be awesome. A geek out at the showgrounds. You can buy some $7 hot dogs and spend $8 on a Coke and go somewhere reasonably priced for something to eat. But yeah, definitely. We should definitely all catch up and get some crew together. There's absolutely awesome 70s and 80s and toy figure shop in Thornbury, Victoria called Lobo's Collectible. It's worth a visit if you're over in Melbourne. I have been over there. It's been me and my wife went over there about 6 years ago. It's been a long time since we've been to Melbourne. I'd love to get back over to Melbourne at some point. But yeah, I was over there in 2013 and I went to Lobo's before they moved. I know they're in a new spot now, which I'm not sure how far away from their old spot it is, but I remember just being able to catch a tram out through Collingwood and stuff. I'm not sure if it was in Thornbury back then as well, but I spent so much freaking money in that store. It was insane. I was sitting on the floor with like piles of figures, and it was a dream come true that weekend. I bought some crackers. I can't even remember. Like, I'd probably go back through my YouTube channel and look at the whole video I did at the time. If I did one, I may not have even done one. I think I was sort of just coming off one of my YouTube breaks, or coming into one of my YouTube breaks that I took back in 2013. But yeah, I love Lobo's. That was such a cool store. I want to go back there. I'm happy that the younger Phantom Menace fans are finally starting to get some classic F1 style merch. I'm having an absolute blast with it, man. Honestly, like, I'm getting like comments and messages on my videos that I've been doing, like zooming my pod race around the house, and then I had like Jar Jar running on the Cardo through the house, and there's a lot of people just wanting to see more of that. This is so stupid, but I'm having fun. Like, that's what it's all about. It's about having fun. Like, I'm actually like picking out all my old Phantom Menace figures, and I'm going to try and do a group shot and hopefully find some that I missed, because I look over here at my Phantom Menace shelf, and there's quite a lot of figures that came out in the 1999 action figure line that I missed, but there's quite a lot there that I do have. There's some different ones, like the Power of the Jedi Boss Nass that came out. He was a bit better than the 1999 one. I think the 1999 one is a bit small in scale, and they fixed that in 2000 in the Power of the Jedi line. So that's definitely, like, I always go for the best version of each character. And in terms of like the Phantom Menace shelf, there is like, I have like 3 or 4 different Qui-Gons, 3 or 4 different Obi-Wans, whereas normally like most shelves have just got like one of each best version of a character. But I've started to expand that a little bit and just throw multiples on a shelf. 100%, dude. Let's make it happen. Lobo's just got a big Star Wars collection, so keen to pop in there. So much nice stuff. Hopefully one of these days when border control and stuff sort of calms down a little bit, I'm gonna try and organise a road trip just over to Victoria. It's about an 8-hour drive from here in Adelaide, but just take a car and just cruise over there and spend a weekend over in Melbourne. Go hit up Lobo's, go to Pop Culture in Geelong. What else is there? Go Figure Collectibles. They're somewhere over there as well. I'm not sure exactly where, but there's plenty of spots to hit. There's been Lobo's, bought a Marilyn Manson figure from there. Some crazy stuff. Like a kid in a candy store at Lobo's. Yep, exactly. Thanks for tuning in, Eddie. Appreciate it, man. Need to get to Lobo's Toys 1 year. So just go on an Adelaide toy collector rampage and just go over there. Just take a crew. Hire a minibus. Spring, I like the prequels on a recent rewatch because now I'm so tempted to start collecting Phantom Menace mint on cards. You should do it. Like, they're not that expensive. Like, I know, like, you're looking on eBay and stuff, and people are still trying to flog like $20 for a carded figure. But hit up some toy fairs. There's always people with carded stuff. And, I don't know about the quality. People have been like bashing around, but just going to Celebration back in Chicago, 2019, it still feels like it was 6 months ago, but it was nearly 2 years ago. That's ridiculous. But I just remember there was one seller there that had a big stall, and they were selling like Power of the Force 2, Phantom Menace, a little bit of Power of the Jedi, and like just tricklings of like the O2 Saga line. And, like $4 a figure. Like maybe they're $5 a figure. Like $5 US is like what, seven or eight Australian, which is still dirt cheap for us. And on the last day, it was like 5 for $20, and those pegs just got wiped out, just absolutely cleaned out. But they were there. That same seller was over there in Orlando back in 2017. So I'm gonna just buy a bunch of like Episode 1, Power of the Force stuff, and just ship a box home, I think. Like, you can get them that cheap, just bang them in a box and send them home. By the time I get home, they might be halfway here, so. I want to see you being chased through the house by a toy raptor. Just received a couple of boxes of old stuff from my ex-wife. Oh, that's good. At least she didn't burn them or like, give them away or throw them out or something like that. That could be really inconsiderate. Although I'm OT generation, I do have some nostalgia for the Phantom Menace. I was graduating uni around the time of its release and was about to head out to Japan for my first job. That's awesome. Like, there's the memories and stuff that we get with that stuff, isn't it? It's so good. I want to collect all 47 Episode 1 single cards. I do too. I don't know what it is with the Phantom Menace revival at the moment, but it has hit me like a ton of bricks. I don't know what it is. It's just come washed over me like a thing that washes over things. 8 hours out of Melbourne. Let's plan a weekend. So if I will catch up down in Melbourne. It's not really halfway. We could probably meet halfway, but there's nothing in the middle of the bloody desert. No toy shops in the middle of where we are. I've actually been getting some Phantom Menace carded figures from a few online auctions of late, even though many of them loose already love the cards. I do too. Like, I was just sort of looking up at my Obi-Wan and Darth Maul 6-inch, and the tattered box that I got the Cardo in the other day. I'm going to record my review of that and have that up in the next few days. So you can get a close look at the munted, kicked around box. But it's all right. I paid just under $25 and got the thing delivered. So it wasn't too bad. So I wasn't expecting the box to come, even though it was listed. So You're in Newcastle. Sci-Fi's in Canberra, I believe. Celebration Chicago, and I couldn't believe how cheap those Power of the Force, Power of the Jedi figures were. OTC2 picked up an OTC Grindon for $8. That's awesome. That's a Grindon I still haven't updated. I did really well at Chicago, actually. I picked up some really good. I got some Clone Wars figures. I got the Captain Argaius. I got him for like $20. I got the Goldie R2 unit, the droid Goldie. That was getting a hard one to come across. So I think I got that for 16 or 17 US, which is a good deal. Corey from First Order Transmissions, or Kessel Run Transmissions now, he bought me a gift of the Clone Wars Jabba the Hutt. I was on the hunt for one of them, and I found a couple. I sort of just held off to the last day. I thought, well, maybe I might be able to barter some people down a little bit to get a good price on it. But yeah, went to go get one and it was gone. And then just as we were up just that night, as we were just hanging out, I was hanging out with Corey and Noah and those guys. And yeah, he gifted me the Jabba the Hutt, which I'm still so grateful for. And that's one of the coolest figures in the Clone Wars line. Wollongong. Jedi Trek. Phantom Menace, those card backs. Oh, it's just something about that mole, isn't it? Like, I love what they did. They got the Vader from, the Power of the Force 2. Like, that's pretty iconic as it is for collectors of my age, probably predominantly. But yeah, to see those Phantom Menace cards and see just Darth Maul's face just in the top there, it's just badass. It's so good. This was a year ago. Spent 3 days in Yass. Is that McDonald's sign still out the front of Yass? It says like, it looks like it says like it's got the good big golden arches and it says Yass. It looks like it says my ass 2 kilometers or something like that. I just see that posting. I see that all the time. That's hilarious. So yeah, didn't really spend a lot of time talking about the Fan First Friday, but I have had a lot of fun. See what I missed. I pretty much did cover it, really. We talked about the Kenner colored Black Series, talked about the Phantom Menace re-releases, and the Battle Droid 2, which wasn't part of the original leak yesterday, which is cool. That's a nice one too. It'd be even cooler if they put the Battle Droid out and have some variants where the Battle Droid is different paint deco, like different levels of damage, like they did with the Phantom Menace line. They revealed some proper new images, boxed images, which I think we'd already seen for the Bad Batch crew, and the new trooper for that. So it looks pretty nice. I do dig that. Did speak about the 5 figures in the pipeline for Black Series. And for the pipeline for the vintage collection, IG-11 and Empire Strikes Back Lando Calrissian, which is very overdue for a re-release. I reckon it's been close to 15 years since we had a good and the one we've got now is it's a bit iffy, isn't it? It's not great. It's got those crappy swivel elbows. Some great figures coming out, going to be poor for some time to come. Such is the life of a collector. I've just accepted that I'm going to be poor, but you know what? I'd rather be happy than be miserable and have money just doing nothing. I'm so much happier having a hobby than I would be without. So A lot of people do different stuff, and you've got to have those vices and happy things. The Clone Wars Jabba with the droid is one of my favorites. It's so good, man. Like, I love that droid. I wish I got the realistic version of that droid. I still don't have that one. That was a cool looking protocol droid. Trouble is the freeway bypasses Yas now. That's it. It just sounds funny to say. I'm sorry. I'm really immature. Like I said, I have a doctorate in toilet humor, so that stuff just cracks me up. Cracks me up. Bum crack. The Yas is a little bit like Radiator Springs. It's just those original Phantom Menace cards might go up a little invaluable now that they're being re-released in the Black Series. You might be right. They might very well do. It could happen. And look what happened on the stock market with GameStop during the week. I know that Phantom Menace action figures aren't on the stock exchange, so it's a little bit. It may not be quite as much, but Leathery Man, thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Glad you could come and hang for a little bit. We need a commando droid. Yes, we do. Black Series, baby. I found John Walker Customs on Instagram. Go check them out. They do 3D printed kits, so you can get like different attachments for your clones, different accessories for your clones, so you can make them look like ARC troopers, and you can get the braces and the bits of armor for the Black Series Ahsoka Clone Wars figure, so you can make her look more accurate. And they also do a super battle droid and the commando droid, so you can buy the kits loose, put them all together, fix them all up, paint them all up, and you've got yourself some rad looking droids. John Walker Customs. I'm pretty sure that's who they are on Instagram. Yeah, I'd die for a battle droid, like B2 battle droid, those super battle droids. I have my Clone Wars Dooku standing in front of two super battle droids, and they've just got like one of their arms up like that. And each of them, like, they're almost like standing guard as like sentries behind Dooku. I think that's really cool. I'd love to do that with the Black Series Dooku. Used to even being on JobKeeper for the past year. Oh man, that's hard. It sucks when you hear about people that have been, they've lost their jobs through the whole COVID thing. It sucks, man. Like, I was very lucky that I work in an industry that is classed as essential. I'm essential. Makes me feel good about myself being essential. But yeah, being in food production, it's an essential industry. So my life basically just kept going as normal, and people just lost jobs, and it sucks. And I really hope we can really bounce back coming into this year once the sort of vaccinations start getting rolled out. Really hope everything gets better. Yourself there too, Eddie. I hope everything gets better for you this year. I hope you can get back into working and all that good stuff that we need to get by. It's a bit of a shit time for a lot of people. Pardon my French. I don't actually speak French, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah, it's a bummer, but yeah, hopefully we can bounce back and get this country rolling well again. The world rolling well again. So I don't think COVID's going to go away. I think this is just part of life now. It's going to be like the flu, like influenza. It's just going to be a part of it. Really need an update for 3.75 Lando. Many of yellow torsos now. Yeah, I know there was. I'm not sure which one. There's one with like a red cape. I know Nick, Only One's been putting him in his videos recently when he's talking about some of the caped characters. I have the one with the gold on the inside, and it's dying for a re-release. Honestly, it's dying for an update. Yeah, definitely check them out. John Walker Customs. Tell you what, I will double check because I do have my phone here, so I may as well just. I can't even spell John, so. John Walker Customs comes under Drew Johnson. I'll Let's try and scroll down and find one. There we go. Check that out. They look fantastic. And then I don't know what their prices are like. I haven't jumped over to look at the prices, but I was pretty sure there was a commando droid. It may have just been on the website. You can buy heads, so you can get the RA7 droid. Yeah, that sweet helmet. Look at that. You paint them up yourself. If you're a good painter, these are just absolute gold mine for. Yeah, there we go. Check out that. I'll try and get the reflection off it. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, like I said, I don't know the prices, but yeah, I just scrolling through this page, man, it's just so many cool stuff. Like, tempts me into wanting to get a 3D printer, but I've got no idea how a 3D printer works or anything. I just have done zero research on it. So, good morning. Some nice announcements for TVC and Black Series. I just grabbed 5's Arc Trooper from Big Bad Toy Store. Nice. That is a good clone trooper figure. Really good. Yeah, the coming months I hope to be busy again. Now that schools are back and school camps excursions are still allowed at the moment anyway. Nice. Oh, it's been an hour and a half, guys. I think I've done all right going solo this week. I was a little bit concerned. I was had no one planned to come in and chat, so I appreciate everyone else coming in the comments and chewing the fat with me. It's I've always got time to talk Star Wars and Star Wars toys, and almost spilt my cup of water. That could have been bad. That could have been a really bad end to the stream. There was swearing and cursing and wet socks and terrible things. I'm glad I saved myself there. But no, I really appreciate everyone coming along. Again, just a little favor, just come along and hit the thumbs up video on the YouTube channel here for this video. Yeah, hopefully get some cool thumbs up action, and hopefully that'll just play with the algorithms a little bit and get the live streams noticed a little bit more. And yeah, as I've said, like, today was pretty short notice. Like, I wasn't sure what time I was going to be doing it tonight. It was possibly going to be doing it a little bit earlier. But yeah, glad I was able to jump on at a reasonable time. So if I was just asking me here, is John Walker Customs in Australia? I don't think so. I think he's in the United States. Doesn't actually say. He's only got a .com website. So more than likely is in the US. So it could be a little bit pricey for us folks down here in Australia. Would have sent a super chat my Apple ID as we locked down. No worries, man. I appreciate you stopping by. I don't expect that at all. I'm here to have fun and talk to people with similar hobbies and stuff to me, and nerd out over Star Wars and Star Wars toys, and trying to get me to eat shrimp fried chips or something like that. I don't know. I don't even know what it was. I can't even remember. Good luck with the new influencer job. Well, I seem to have got a lot of people wanting to go out and buy pod races and Cardos, so it's what I'm here for. Go and buy the second-hand Phantom Menace toys. But yeah, I'll wrap up in a minute. If you guys don't have any other questions, I will. I'll end the broadcast. But yeah, I've had a good time. I really appreciate everyone hanging out, coming for a chat. I had a blast. Yeah, if anyone wants to come on and have a chat with me at some point, just shoot me a message. Let me know if you want to camera up and mic up and jump on. And we'll have a chat about some Star Wars stuff one Saturday evening, Australia time. Check my social media and stuff, and you get all the different time zones there. To when I'm available and when I go live generally. We'll start to. I do want to do some switch up times. Just hopefully get some of the US audience in. I know it's stupidly early in the morning for them over there, so I don't expect any of them to be up early enough to catch my stream. So I do want to do it at a time where it would be good to get some of the US folks in the chat. It was prawn crisp with Thousand Island flavor. I always heard of Thousand Island dressing. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. How does something taste like a Thousand Islands? I assume they all just got sand. Like, might as well sprinkle some sand on there. Like, thank you for tuning in, Jedi Trek. Really appreciate it. Going to review Jar Jar this week. You know it. It'll be up tomorrow. I will record that and upload that one tomorrow. Yeah, can't wait. Oh, it's such a good figure. It's really good. I can't wait to show it off. And yeah, so I've got a couple of reviews coming this week. I've got Jar Jar from the Black Series. I'm going to do Jar Jar and the Cardu from the Phantom Menace line. I need to get and do my review of the animatronic Baby Yoda Grogu. Oh, that's one that I've got planned. I might do a little overview of the carbonized Boba Fett that I just broke my own rules buying. I was going in with no carbonized rule, but I broke my own rule. And also I'll be doing some comparison reviews with the archive Luke Hoth with the old one. And I did do a custom one. So, and I'll be reviewing Han Solo Hoth and just doing a little comparison with the previous versions of him too. I wasn't going to get these, but again, I keep breaking my own rules, and I sit on the internet for long enough that I'm just like, I need to buy figures. I have a problem. So yeah, let's be I'm going to try and get these done, all recorded this weekend, and hopefully I'll have them up, over the next few days. I'll get them all spaced out and keep that content rolling. And yeah, just want to throw out there too, just before I wrap up, that I would love to open up my channel to requests. I do want to start doing, I know a few folks like Bosk Bounty, a few folks do, I know Reynolds Reviews, they do a bit of a weekly Q&A. If anyone's interested in one of those, I'd love to start doing one of those, answering some questions and chatting some Star Wars, like just once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. I do have a lot of plans. And yeah, I've got lots of ideas that I want to do. I do need to write them down so I can just have a constant flow of content coming, just to keep my channel nice and active. But yeah, open to requests. Any other action figures you want to see reviewed? More than happy to go back and re-review some old stuff. Yeah, anything that I may have missed, anything you want to see now, yeah, hit me up and yeah, drop me a message, drop comments, anything. Like just we'll whip it together, and yeah, more than happy to do some request videos. Yeah, Q&A, that's something I definitely want to be interested in doing. I love what Boss Bounty does. Not going to rip off his idea, because it's that's his own bag. So I'll just sort of do my own little spin on it, and yeah, that'd be cool. I'd really like to get into doing that if any would be interested. So obviously I'll put up a video where I kick it off and just start getting some questions in the comments, and yeah, then from there I'll just compile and see how many comments I get over a week or two, and then do an answers session. So that'll be a lot of fun. Do you have Luke and Han from the blue line? The Hoth ones? Yeah, I do. Yeah, because the Luke came with the Wampa, Han came with the Tauntaun. Yeah, I do. So I'll be comparing them with the other two that I have here. So it's weird having action figures sitting here that I haven't opened yet. Like. Thank you. I thought through the stream they would have mentioned an update on the crest. Yeah, I guess there's nothing really going on. I guess they're just going full head at full scale, full throttle ahead, I guess. I can't talk properly. I guess they're just going full throttle ahead and, trying to pump those productions out and getting those pallets full, getting them ready to ship. Like. Appreciate it. Take us through your comics and books Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do that. Yeah, I'll clean some stuff off my shelves, so I can get a nice clear video of all the books, my book collection, because I do have a few books, and that's an always growing collection as well. So yeah, more than happy. I'll put that on the list for you. Absolutely. Yeah, more than happy to do something like that. That'd be fun. It's been a while since I've gone over my book collection. Sort of when I do a room tour, I generally go over it. But yeah, it does change a lot over the 12 months. There's always books and comics and stuff coming out. I do need to do a bit of catching up with the comics, but yeah, it's been a little bit of time. Looks like my Jar Jar comes in soon, unless Zing got nothing again. So I jump over to Bulletproof Villain, see if he's still got some in stock. Grab one from him. I did exactly the same thing. I saw that he got him in, and I thought, nah, stuff Zing. I'm not waiting on them. I'll grab it through Bulletproof. Yeah, Zing's good for like placeholder pre-orders. That's basically what I've cancelled so many pre-orders through Zing because I've been able to get them elsewhere. But basically, I just use that as a security platform for pre-orders. So. You know, Jar Jar, I pre-ordered it, dropped $10 on it. You know, it's secure as one if no one else is able to get them. So it's just a security policy for myself, really. So yeah, well, jump over to Bulletproof Villain, see if he's still got some in stock. You know what? I'll even check for you right now, because I do have the website, Bulletproof Villain. Black Series, shop now. Control C. I am just going to drop a link down here if you want. There you go, folks. Go get your Jar Jars. He's still got them in stock at Bulletproof Villain. Jump in, Sci-Fi. Go grab your Jar Jar, and yeah, I know Scotty will get him to you really quickly. So definitely go grab one. Go cancel your order with Zing. Thank you. Appreciate it. Looking forward to new ideas and content. Yeah, I love Boss videos. It's just great. It just, you know, it just provides a little bit of extra interaction with his audience. And you know, I did manage to get a question in the other week, so I was really excited about that. Doing another auction tomorrow. Don't make me spend money. Do you get comics from the city? Sometimes, rarely these days. I'm in the hills, so it is a little bit. I don't tend to head into the city very often anymore. Occasionally I will. I'll go and check it out. I went in there last weekend to see if they had any of the first issue of the High Republic, but both Greenlight and Adelaide's both Greenlight Comics and Adelaide Comics Centre had completely sold out. So I do tend to. I'm going to try and get a running thing with Greenlight going, so I can have that constantly coming in. So I know that I'm guaranteed a book. So I need to sort that out ASAP, and just see if I can get an account with them that I can ping them $15 a week or something like that, just to make sure I'm always on top of it. But yeah, the other website I get is kingscomics.com.au. They're fantastic. Oh, Ed, you're too kind. I really appreciate that, man. Ed5, everyone. Thank you. You're an absolute champion. I'll buy you a beer with that $5 when we catch up at the showgrounds. Smash the likes, everybody. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, pre-order. Give it a shot. Cheers for the link. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Ask Boss is awesome. I try to make that a weekly. So I don't always catch his videos every week, but I do try. Yeah. Adelaide Comic Centre saved their last High Republic for me. No, it's all good. All good. No, I tend not to. I'm not concerned at all. Issue ones have just been something I've been trying to get for a long time. I just wanted to complete issue ones. but in terms of single issues, I'm not really that much of a collector of them, because I will just wait and get the trade paperback when that comes out. They tend to be a lot easier to grab. And the single issues just seem to be, it's hard to get into the city and buy a single issue every week or every fortnight or wherever it is. So we'll put money back into my Razor Crest. Yes, do it. Do it. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap it up. I really appreciate it again. Thanks, Ed5, again for the super chat. That means a lot to me. It really does. I really appreciate all the support. I've had an absolute cracking Saturday night. I hope you have too. I'm going to jump over and watch some more YouTube videos. Usual Mike's got a new video out. I know Darth Rock's got a new video out. Didn't get to watch Sci-Fi's latest video that he put out yesterday. It was a gift, so I'm looking forward to watching that. I've got some videos to watch. So yeah, keep excited for Star Wars stuff. I'll probably be back next week, so stay tuned. Keep an eye on my social media and all that stuff. Again, thanks everyone. Really appreciate you coming and hanging out on a Saturday night in the chat. And thank you all for tuning in. May the force be with you all always.